Good evening. Noam here. This is a showcase of the VVG event management application. So, first of all, I will go ahead and I will register a user. So, let's set a name. This will be the name that is set. And I will set the Indian number as this number, and I will set my email address to be noam@vividverseglobal.com. Let's say my date of birth is the uh, November 3rd, 2007. I am Indian, so I will set my nationality as that. I will set a fake passport ID, and I will set a fake Ikama ID. I will set a passport expiry date. And I will put my purpose of visit as business, my password to be, and for now I will just upload a random photo onto the visa document and the passport document for now, since this is a demo, so this will do fine. Let's click on create account and give it a minute to create the full account. The account has successfully been created. Now let's sign in to this. As you can see, I've managed to sign in. Currently, there are no registrations or upcoming events or nothing. So let's hop on to the admin portal and let's set up a, give me a second to log into the admin. As you can see, I've managed to log in to the admin portal. The first thing we are going to do on the admin portal is create a new event. So let's go into create a new event and let's call this event Demo Event. Let's give this event a description named this is a demo event. I go into the event date picker and I pick a date for the event. Let's say the 12th, July 12th, 2025. Let's say the event starts at 9 a.m. The event ends at 9 p.m. And the location is Saudi Arabia Indian Embassy, and the capacity is 100. Since we don't have an event image URL, we'll leave this be, and I can enter an event category, so say conference. Here I can set the event status. So if I want the event to be a draft, I can set it as draft to be edited at a later date, or I can set it to be published. For now, I will set the event as published. The require approval for registration is a feature that I will showcase further. So let's create the event. And as you can see, the event has been created. Now I will go into actions and I will, okay, requires approval, no, live entry. Okay, so live entry controls will be unlocked once the event starts and is published. The event is published, but the event has not started because it is at a later date, July 12th, 2025. Let's go to the dashboard, the person dashboard, and let's go into events. As you can see, I can see that there is a demo event that is Saturday, July 12th. This is a demo event. You can see the location for the event and you can see that it is open registration. I can go into view details and I'll load the event details, and as you can see, this is a demo event. It has capacity. We can add it to the calendar, stuff like that, and we can click on register for event. As you can see, the event has been registered for, and a QR code has been generated for this event. This QR code can then be scanned from the Indian Embassy Security Panel app, which I will demo further later on in a different video. So this is registering for event without requiring an approval. Let's create a new event, and let's say demo event require approval. Let's say required approval demo event. I can pick a date again, say 10th of July. Let's keep the event end and start time normal. Let's set the location as Saudi Arabia Indian Embassy. And for now, I will skip the event image URL, all of that. I'll skip the category too, and I'll just set this as published. I will now set the require approval for events to be true. I'll check that box, and I'll create the event. Now this demo event that requires approval has been created, as you can see, and I'll go back and I'll go into my events again, and as you can see, this demo event require approval has been created again, and it says it requires approval. I can go into it, and then you can see this event requires approval for non-pre-approved users. I can click on request approval, and I can submit a request. As you can see, my request has now been submitted. If I go back to the admin dashboard, if I go into approvals and we give it a second, you can see that I have gotten an approval request from the registrar Nuem Mohammed Shakil Khan, and this is, that information. If I want specific information about, Nuem Mohammed Shakil Khan, I can go into the users and I can search it up over here. As you can see, I come up over here, noem@viverglobal.com, passport ID. You can actually only search through, either the email or passport ID, things like that. So let's just go into view profile for users. And as you can see, over here, you can check my uploaded documents. If I click on view passport document as an admin, it links me to the place where a passport document can be looked at. The visa document can be looked at, and depending on this information, I can either approve or deny a request. So for now, let's click on approve. And as you can see, the request approved successfully. I can go back and I can go into my registration, and you can see that demo event require approval has been approved and the QR code has been generated for it. Let's now go back over here and let's add a group to my account. Let's go in here and let's create a new group. Demo approval group. I shall create this group and I will add myself to this group. I've added myself to this group. I can also, search, things like that. I can search by email, and so on and so forth. Anyways, so I've added myself to this group. Now what I could do is I could go to events again and I could create a new event. I can call this demo pre-approval, and I will say pre-approved demo. I'll give this another date. I will give this Saudi Arabia. Keep the capacity the same, set this as publish and require approval for events, and I will click on create event. Now that this event has been created, I can go down here and I can click on pre-approved groups and I can add a group. So I can go down here and you can see the demo approval group is showing up in here, and I'll click on add. And you can see that the pre-approved group, demo approval group, has been added. We can also go ahead and add a pre-approved user. We can search for the user. We can search for another user, things like that. So that is also added. If I go back, if I go into events, you can see that the demo event require pre-approval. This, although it requires pre-approval, I can still go into view details. You can see that pre-approved demo, but I can click on register for event, and you can see that successfully registered for the event, and it says pre-approved. So I can go back to view QR code, and you can see that my QR code has been generated. And other thing that I would like to demo is if I go back here, I go back into my registration, I click on cancel one of these registrations, because you can actually only register for 3 events at a time. So let me cancel a few registrations. Okay, and let me go back to the dashboard. Let me create a new event. Actually, let me delete the event from here. Okay, let me create a new event. Test event 1, 2, 3, pick a date for the 18th, everything else stays the same, click on publish, and I'll click on require approval for event again. Why is this grayed out? Did I forget to put in something? Test event, image URL category 1, 2, 3. Event location, that's what I forgot. Sorry. Okay, I'll create the event again. Let's give it a second. As you can see, the event has been created, but I won't add anything over here. But if I go back to the users, if I go back into events, and I click on view event, test details, I click on request approval. I've submitted the request. Let's give it a second. The approval has been submitted. If I go back over here, if I click on reject, and give it a second, you can see that it's been rejected. If I refresh this page, you can see that approval request denied. Unfortunately, your request to attend this event was not approved. So that is one of the other things we have in here. We also have a thing called appeals. So a user can submit appeals, things like that. And if I, for example, have a user called noam@vividverseglobal.com, I can assign them specific, user roles. So they can be an admin or a security consultant. In this way, users can create, different things, and you as an admin can either assign them the admin role or the security role. So thank you so much for sitting through this very short demo, and I really appreciate it. Have a good day.